Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Reece Gold, of course, one of the newest drivers of HMD. He'll be in the 10. How's it going, bud?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Well, you're with a new team. Just kind of talk about, what's it like joining HMD?
Yeah, I'm super happy to be joining them. They've shown tremendous success last year in the first two races, and just had to test them so far, but it went really well. They're a great organization, so super happy to be on board with them for the rest of the year.
Okay, so talk about Mid-Ohio. You were testing this week. I think you were at Mid-Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. How did that go?
Yeah, it was really good. We showed really good pace, just getting familiar with the team as well. But we blended really well, connected really well right away. So I think it's going to be a good year with them, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah. So going into this weekend at the Indy road course, place that you've been to so many times, what do you think the toughest place about that track is?
Nothing really in particular. I think it's a great track. It races pretty good because it's got the long straightaway, but now with push to pass, I think that'll make it even more interesting because we haven't had a track with like really long straightaways in the push to pass yet. So I think that'll be interesting. And it's a fun track. I've won there many times, got poles, so I'm looking forward to it.
What's it like? How are you getting used to the Firestone tires?
They're good. It's definitely been a change, but I think everyone's kind of getting used to it. The DEG seems to be better on them, so they've been good so far.
Just talk about going into, getting used to, going from one teammate to 8. What's that going to be like?
I mean, it's definitely a change. The past 2 years, I've had only 2 teammates, but I mean, back in the USF days, I had the 3 other teammates, but I know most of them, and the team has organized it really well where it's not really a nuisance. You kind of have your own little team amongst the big team, and everyone works really well together. So I think it'll be good.
Really kind of going into, the rest of the season, you got Detroit, you got Road America, Mid-Ohio later in the year. Obviously, and then obviously you got Portland, Laguna Seca, and you're probably going to be mostly at everywhere where IndyCar's at, except for a couple weekends. But what's that going to be like after, having off for so long, and then getting back going again at Barber, and then and then basically just the stretch of the season?
Yeah, it's kind of nice because, after St. Pete, we had like 2 months, and even after this next race, we have like 3 weeks. But once Detroit hits, it's like every 2 weeks there's a race. So it's really nice to be back at it. Got like bunch of races June, July, August. So I'm really looking forward to getting into a lot of races and getting after it.
Yeah. So, and then just what do you feel like you guys need to do to get a good result on the racetrack?
Yeah, I think, this year, especially with the 8 minutes only, qualifying super important. Yeah, this year it's not, you can pass, but like any bigger car, it's not super easy. So just qualifying super important. So work on my qualifying results and hopefully get some good results there, and then finish it in the race.
All right. Well, Reece, thanks so much for coming on. We'll talk to you soon. Best of luck at Indy.
Thanks for having me.